Welcome back to the Good Vibes podcast. You're tuned into our Founder Series, where we explore the real, often unexpected, journeys behind the brands reshaping the wellness world. Today's guest is someone who bridges two worlds: advanced biomedical science and functional wellness innovation. Beata Lerman has led research in molecular genetics and immunotherapy, held executive roles across biotech and pharma, and invented diagnostic tools that are used worldwide. But in 2021, everything shifted. After facing personal health challenges and witnessing the vulnerabilities of our healthcare system firsthand during COVID, she made a bold move. Sinless Treats Chocolate, a brand born out of her own experience navigating chronic illness and her frustration with the nutritional status quo. Let's dig into this personal story behind the science and the journey that brought Sinless Treats to life. Hello, Beata.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I want to start with that pivotal moment, your own diagnosis. Can you walk us through what happened?
Yes, so as you said in your introduction, I am an immuno-oncologist. I got my degree from MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, and I was studying lymphoma and myeloma, so that was the department I was in. And in late 2018, after a series of very strange symptoms, I was diagnosed with cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. That was a huge wake-up call because since cancer is very often a metabolic disease, I was realizing that it was very likely my lifestyle choices that led to this dreadful outcome.
So, as a lifelong scientist, it obviously wasn't just about diet. It was about inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, how modern food systems basically are failing us.
Absolutely. And so I was just as blind as everybody else. I was believing that, if I'm told that something is good and healthy, it's good to eat. Like I would believe the box of Cheerios and think that it's good for us. And I was probably consuming massive amount of sugar. And I'm a chocoholic. I love chocolate. So back in my academic days when I was studying, there was never an exam that I didn't take without a steady diet of chocolate. But fortunately, it was not a good, healthy, functional food chocolate. It was, the Hershey's and the Marses of the world, which I didn't know any different. So after I was diagnosed with lymphoma and I was treated with an immunotherapy, I made a decision to cut out sugar and ultra-processed food out of my diet for good. But you can imagine how difficult it would be for me to give up my love of chocolate. And so I thought that somebody for sure invented the clean and good tasting chocolate that would be keto friendly and metabolically friendly. And boy, was I wrong. I've tried probably good several dozens of different brands, regardless of price. And every time it was one of two outcomes. It was either just really horrible tasting, but clean, or very decent tasting, but once you go into nutrition, it would feed the cancer and land me back where I started, which was not the outcome I wanted.
Yeah, for most people, COVID was a health crisis, but for you, it seems like it was a systems level realization, and that's interesting. You've worked on some of the most advanced therapies in the world, from, as you said, immunotherapies to clinical trials. Why, aside from your own personal tooth, did you pivot to chocolate as a career choice here?
So that's right. So COVID was a huge wake-up call for the entire medical industry because what we have seen in the field is people with metabolic dysfunction, which is 90% of Americans, had a worse outcome to both COVID infection and COVID vaccines. And so people were realizing that because consumers are actually very, very smart, and they were leaving these sugar-packed snacks in droves. But the devastation was already there. And what I thought with my personal mission of improving health, that somebody had to pioneer things that would be both delicious and nutritious. So I thought that my personal love of chocolate and the pursuit of cutting out sugar out of my own diet because of my cancer. And chocolate is the food that I won't have to convince anybody to eat. It all came together into a passion that is now Sinless Treats Chocolate.
Yeah, I love that you don't separate indulgence from healing. There's this thread of joy and empowerment and education running through all of this. What do you think the world needs more of right now in health and wellness?
I think we need more information that would be true. I think we need to lead with the brands where people can believe their eyes and not just marketing messages. And this is where in Sinless Treats, we try to be maximally transparent with the entire journey of all of our ingredients and make the chocolate from the other real foods that would be unaltered in any way.
Let's backtrack for just a minute. Before you were running a health food or a health forward chocolate company, you obviously, as we discussed, had an incredibly deep scientific career. Can you give our listeners one more quick snapshot of exactly what you were doing?
So I have been in every role in biomedical industry. I started in academic translational clinical science. So I was in the lab creating cures in drug discovery and development. I created 2 immunotherapies for cancer at MD Anderson and created 2 biologics that are patented by me with MD Anderson Cancer Center. Then I went into a assay development role, creating the protocols that didn't exist to help other scientists to bridge their path from the idea to pharmaceuticals. Then I moved into medical affairs and I was a medical science liaison for MedImmune. And I switched the careers out of being a clinical trial advisor for Novartis.
You were literally inventing immunotherapy protocols and diagnostic technologies, and now you're building health systems through food. That's a rare crossover. What shifted your mindset that made this feel like it was the next frontier?
Well, pharmaceuticals is a reactive way to address health. That means that people are already sick, and then it's a very convoluted way to navigate their path to the proper treatment. And hopefully they would get there on time. Investing in preventative care through nutrition is a very logical way to bring health to a great number of people without putting them through the strain and the stress and the despair of the medical system, which is not optimized to provide the best care. And so what motivated me is exactly that. I want people not to be sick. I want doctors like me and my colleagues to have a break, to be out of job for a while, to enjoy our families because we're people too. And I think investing in functional foods and foods as medicine is the number one step to achieving that goal.
Beata, your journey is one of the most compelling that we've featured on this show. It's not just about reinvention, it's about realignment. And from oncology labs to sinless indulgence, you have found a way to merge joy, science, and purpose, and we're all better for it. Thank you so much. We'll be back the next episode, folks, to dig deeper into the brand itself, what Sinless Treats is made of, why it works, and how it's redefining what dessert can do for your health. Thank you so much, Beata, for joining us. We can't wait to talk to you next time. Until then, stay sharp, stay strong, stay aligned, and keep up the good fight.